Well, good morning, everybody. I'm coming to you from Clearwater, Kansas, at our friend's house, Sue and Gary Berger. And right now I'm sitting on their front porch. See if I can give you a quick little what I'm looking at. That fields. Very pretty. Nice golden color. I love it. As you can see, it's quite windy, so I don't know how this video will come out. But just to catch you up to date, we are pretty much finished with the sightseeing part of our journey. We may do a few other things on the side, but for the most part, we have been to Zion, which that was like a pretty amazing. That's where I learned that I'm afraid of heights. We went to Bryce, which was probably one of my top favorite places that we have been. Very, very unique is a good word, but gorgeous. I loved it there. And then we went to there was Bryce, and then there was Monument Valley. So Monument Valley was, it was like these big, huge rock cliffs, just like stuck right in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it was like this big desert, and then out of nowhere is like this big rock, humongous, like the size of a mountain. And most of them were flat, but there were some that were like really cool that had different shapes. They had like mitten shaped, and some looked almost like a cathedral looking. It was just pretty impressive. I really loved that. Bryce, on the other hand, was more like pinnacles, and they were like the red sand that kind of mixed with a pink and an orange and a white kind of looking thing. It was like so cool. That was probably one of my most impressive ones. And then we went to the Valley of the Gods. We drove down this, like, I guess you'd call it gravel. It was like a gravel type roadway, if you want to call it a road, more like a trail. But it was very bumpy. My car bottomed out a couple of times, and there was a couple of sketchy parts where it was like you're going up this hill and you can't see anything, right? Because it comes up to the top, and then because you saw before you got to that there's like nothing on each side, like just big drop off. That freaked me out. That was the only part that I really had a great fear, and I was like I had tears in my eyes for sure. And so we did that, and saw some beautiful rock formations. You just don't realize how cool that is until you actually see it. You think, oh yeah, rocks, you've seen one, you've seen them all. No, not in Utah. Utah is definitely a must see if you ever get a chance. There's just so much there. It's very dry, very hot. I think my lips were cracked and bled for about 3 weeks straight. It was, they're just starting to heal up now. But yeah, it definitely was dry. I went through 4 things of chapstick, and I still had problems with them, with my lips, and my skin felt like it was always sandblasted because it's always windy. Let's see, we went to Moab, and up in Moab we met Dan and Sandy. We just happened to be going to the same place at the same time, and it was awesome. And let's see, we went to Arches. That was really kind of cool. The arches of like these rocks formations, and they're just like an arch, just like you see in the pictures. It looks just like that. But there was several different ones in this park, and that was really cool to just go and see. I didn't do any hiking because I just can't, with all the kidney stuff going on and my legs, and just but I did enjoy it, and we had a really good time. So I think Arches was one of the last ones we went to. And then we went to the cliff dwellings. And the cliff dwellings, if I could say it right, would be great. That was actually really neat. That was one of the things on my bucket list that I really wanted to see, because I saw it on Traveling Robert on his YouTube channel, and it was one of those things that I thought, I have to do that before I die, is just to see that. And I'm telling you, it did not disappoint at all. So yeah, so we stayed throughout this whole journey. We've stayed at some campgrounds. We've done some BLM land, which is Bureau of Land Management, and that's usually just boondocking. So we've done that as much as we possibly could, basically to save money. But most of the places, other than when we were with Dan and Sandy in Moab, I think that was the most we ever spent for campground for a couple of days. We did have the camper on base in at Luke when we were visiting with Doug and Carol, and that was sat there basically, I think, 3 weeks to a month or something like that. So that was, but it was safe, and we didn't have to worry about it. We checked on it once a week, and everything was fine. Let's see, my car's been, did good. We had one of the lights came on, but Daryl had honed it down to being some gas that he got that wasn't the right octane or something. So, but yeah, I'm just trying to get all this in a nutshell, so, compact it all, because I know I didn't film a lot of the stuff. And what I'd like to try to do is I'd like to go through each park and place that we went to and make a collage of pictures, and then put that to whatever music that YouTube will let me. But I have never done that before, and it may take me some time to learn how to do that. But eventually I'd like to have a collage so that you could just click on it and just see pictures, and, don't even need music, but sometimes that just adds a little extra to the videos. So, but yeah, this is basically the end. I know I think tomorrow we're going to an air museum here in Wichita. So maybe I'll be able to videotape that. I'll have to see if that's allowed, because, it is a military base. So, but yeah, we're here until Thursday. And then after that, we'll be heading to Oklahoma City to see our friends, Bob and Valerie. So we'll be there for a couple of days, and then we'll be heading home. So, it's like the end of the trip, and it's kind of odd because it's been a long, hard journey for me, as far as, health-wise. Haven't all been feeling all that well. But at the same time, it's just been amazing seeing everything that I've seen. And just putting it in videos is just can't even describe the things that I've seen. It's amazing. It's truly amazing what God has created on this earth for our enjoyment, and I'm at awe, really. So, but anyway, Daryl's doing good, and he had a Father's Day yesterday. Got calls from the kids and all that. And, to him, it's just kind of like another day, I mean, I guess if we were at home, it would be different, because then, he'd be celebrating with the kids. But, just being out on the road, we both kind of missed a few holidays, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and we should be back by 4th of July. We're going to try to get back home, so we'll see what happens then. But then we'll be home for a couple of days, and then we're heading back up to New York for my family reunion, and we're camping up there. And then after that, we'll be going to Pennsylvania and camping in Pennsylvania with his sister. So it's still, this vacation's still going. It's just, we'll be in our own territory once it's done there. Some of the things that I found that I enjoyed, other than the scenery. There's so much to see. You just can't imagine. A lot of the people have been very nice. The ones that you just kind of talk to along the way. Like I said, the heat and the dryness have wreaked havoc on my skin and my hair. My hair, it was just like so dry. It felt like straw. I just, didn't really care for that too much, but I put some lotion on my hair. Sounds weird, but yeah. And I put some, like Jergens Ultimate dryness, lotion, and I don't know if it's going to help or if it has helped or not, but it was just kind of weird that, I needed some kind of moisturizer, and that was it. So, but, yeah, it just, that was probably the worst part. And of course, the driving. The driving of the camper. The camper, it still scares me, and it probably always will. And I don't know why. I think because it has this like swaying kind of thing. Like it's, I don't know. It's kind of sways, almost like it doesn't have a stabilizer in it or something. And I know Daryl had mentioned he was going to look it up and see if he could find one to make it better. So because that swaying, it almost makes you nauseous, because it's worse than being on one of those old-fashioned water beds. So I think I might like it a lot better if it didn't sway so much. And you would think with all the traveling we've done I would, but I have to drive as well as Daryl, because I can see things that he can't, and I help him to pay attention, so but I like it once it's stopped. I like all the stuff that goes with it. It's the driving part that drives me nuts. So, but anyway, I am going to cut this video short. I just wanted to tell you where we've been and what we've been doing and all what's going to happen, just to catch everyone up to date. Miss my grandbabies and miss my babies. Miss my neighbor. So, yeah, so we're, well, I guess that's it. We're just hanging out here for a couple of days and enjoying ourselves with our friends, and, just having a good time. So I will let you go. I love you guys very much, and you have a great day. Happy Father's Day to all those Father's Day yesterday. Love you. Bye.